Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SNME Inferno. Yes, you join me live from Santa Clara, California, as the SNME universe is on their feet. And just listen to this reception for the apex predator, the Viper Randy Orton. Wow. What a return. Yes, Randy Orton returned at the Royal Rumble. And he did indeed make it to the Final Four, but just came up a little bit too short. And we all know by now that Bray Wyatt was the victor on the night. But Randy Orton looks to build on that Royal Rumble matchup as he continues to get back here in SNME into the bigger picture. And well, what a good opportunity he has got tonight, because Randy Orton will be facing another superstar who was also in that Final Four. And again, this crowd are going bananas. Randy Orton all set to go here tonight on SNME Inferno. Singles action. And now the question is, who is Orton's opponent? Jam-packed crowd here in the SNME arena. Oh my. Well, Randy Orton's opponent is a former SNME World Heavyweight Champion. He is the Architect, Seth Rollins. And what's interesting about this matchup here tonight is we talk about Randy Orton making his return, trying to bounce back from an injury. Well, you could say that it's an opportunity tonight for Seth Rollins to bounce back in general, because Seth Rollins hasn't exactly been lighting it up here in SNME as of late. I mean, cast your minds back. This is a guy that was the first SNME World Heavyweight Champion. But as of late, everybody has deserted Rollins. The likes of Mark Henry, The Ascension, and well, he's been tagging with Dean Ambrose as of late, and that hasn't worked out too well either. So Rollins now in singles competition. Can he get back to his best? Randy Orton looks good to go. So does Seth Rollins, as the referee signals for the bell to get this matchup underway, and Randy Orton delivers a clothesline to take Seth Rollins down. Reversal from Seth Rollins, forcing back Orton, now sends Randy off the rope, leapfrog over the top. But a jaw jacker from Randy Orton. Oh, Orton went for the European uppercut. Reversal from Seth. Seth says, "I'm the man." But Randy Orton says no. Rollins getting to his feet, but Randy Orton not giving the former SNME World Heavyweight Champion a moment's rest. Reversal from Seth. And a huge knee out the corner, early pinfall. One. Just a one count. Here comes Seth. Oh! He telegraphed that one. Randy Orton wisely moving out the way. Now sends Seth Rollins off the ropes, and a power slam. Uh-oh. Oh, Randy Orton. Well, Orton being appreciated by the SNME universe, not so much from Seth Rollins after that stomp to the gut, but this match has started off at a tremendous pace, as Seth Rollins now choking out Randy Orton. And that's almost like the Seth of old, the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, doing it by any means necessary to defeat his opponent, as he scoops and slams Orton, and a pinfall. One. And another one count. Rollins now stalking the Viper. But that isn't a smart move because you don't stalk a Viper because a Viper can strike. And Randy Orton strikes again, almost bitch slapping Seth Rollins and now wrenching that neck, applying that submission maneuver. As Orton picks up Seth Rollins and brings Seth Rollins over to the rope. Drags him down to the mat. Referee warning Randy Orton, but Orton not listening. And now it's Orton. The match pace slowing down slightly. And that is thanks to the Viper. Reversal from Seth Rollins. Uh-oh. What's Seth looking for? Fisherman's Buster. Pinfall. 1, 2. And wow, that is the closest that Seth Rollins has got tonight. A 2 count. And Orton looks hurt. Seth Rollins keeping the pressure on. Boot to the back. And a forearm to the chest. And Rollins says, get up. Demanding Randy Orton to get to his feet. Orton is up now. Turns around and gets a face full of fist. Randy Orton in a precarious position, but a reversal from the Viper. And the Viper with a high cross body pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, and Seth Rollins gets his shoulder up. And Randy Orton asking the question of the referee. An unorthodox maneuver from Randy Orton. Orton boot to the midsection. DDT. As Orton now picks up Seth, the crowd appreciating this matchup by these two great athletes. As Orton again tries to take the pace out of the match, slowing it down methodically with the reverse chinlock. Rollins looking for a way out. Can't quite find it at the moment. Now Seth Rollins managing to get back up to his feet. And Randy Orton having to relinquish the hold as Rollins comes with some fists of fire. Reversal from Orton. Now Orton on the fight. Back and forth these two go. Seth Rollins ties it up and a knee to the face. Well, that's going to leave a mark for sure. But Orton now fires back. And an Olympic slam. That stops Seth in his tracks. 1, 2. And a 2 count. Shades of Kurt Angle with that Olympic slam. And again, Randy Orton back to the reverse chinlock. Wearing down the Architect Seth Rollins and cutting off that aerial base, that high flying, that speed, that energy that Rollins has. But Rollins battling back again. But Orton is giving it just as much. Oh, an enziguri from Seth Rollins. Rollins dragging Randy Orton away from the ropes. That's smart. 1, 2, and only 2. Some near falls in this match. A boot to the back, but well, that didn't hurt Orton in the slightest. In fact, it only infuriated Randy Orton. Oh, a neck breaker. And Orton quickly going to the second rope and drives the forearm into the face of Seth Rollins. Orton now picking up Seth. A great battle from these two men. Uh-oh. Randy Orton. Hangman's DDT. And Randy Orton looking to the SNME universe. He may have this one in the bag. 1, 2. No, Rollins just about kicks out. What a great matchup we are having here on SNME Inferno. Randy Orton went for the forearm. Reversal from Rollins, and Rollins delivers another huge knee. Trying to rearrange the face of the Apex Predator. And a beautiful suplex there from Seth Rollins. Rollins now dragging Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins is gonna take a risk. Referee warning him, I don't think he cares. Frog splash. 1, 2, oh, nearly. What is it gonna take? Both of these men knowing how important it is to win this match. And Rollins, well, Rollins is looking to take another risk. Rollins lining it up. Is he going to go for that suicide dive? The frog splash paid off. Oh! But the suicide dive didn't. Orton caught him out. And Randy Orton now saying, get up, get up. Is Orton going to be shortly looking for that RKO? Oh, Orton over the top. DDT. And if Randy Orton does hit that RKO, it could be good night for Seth Rollins. Randy Orton snapping the leg. That is a clever maneuver, trying to take away the aerial offense of Seth Rollins. And now working on the arm as well. Every body part is being worked of Seth Rollins, but Rollins fights back, and again, another huge knee. Rollins, Skywalker, pinfall. 1, 2, no! Rollins trying to catch out Randy Orton with that Skywalker, no! Well, Seth Rollins is infuriated that Randy Orton kicked out of the Skywalker, and now, after a slap, laying the boots to Randy Orton. Rollins drags Orton to the corner and now beginning to unload with those fists. Rollins now taking Randy Orton to the top rope. It didn't pay off before to do this, but this time round, Randy Orton looking exhausted. Maybe the lack of in-ring competition coming back to haunt Randy Orton. What a maneuver from Seth Rollins. Pinfall from Seth. 1, 2. Oh, how on earth did Orton kick out of that? Rollins is thinking, what do I have to do? Randy Orton turns around, and again, another massive knee. Oh, Seth Rollins is throwing a temper tantrum. It definitely is the Seth Rollins of old. Orton struggling to get to his feet. Turns around and gets met with a big punch and another one from Seth. Seth is going through the gears. Uh-oh, danger for Orton. Buckle bomb. And we all know what comes after Seth Rollins hits the buckle bomb. It's gotta be time. Here we go. Curb stomp. Wait a minute. Oh, RKO. Out of nowhere. Pinfall. 1, 2. No. What on earth? Randy Orton. I can't believe it. Orton can't believe it. Seth Rollins just kicked out of the RKO. Well, we haven't even got time to stop and think about it, because Orton is taking it to another level. And the crowd chanting Randy. But Orton's gone in that zone. He's gone to that place. Oh no. Randy Orton looking for the punt. Oh, Rollins out the way. Boot to the midsection from Seth. Curb stomp. Pinfall from Rollins. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins is victorious. What a match. Here you see in the early stages an Olympic slam from Randy Orton. And that led to a near fall for the Viper. And then you see Seth Rollins, Randy Orton going back and forth, and Insaguri put a stop to that, courtesy of Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins then with the pinfall again, another near fall. And then Randy Orton with that vintage Orton Hangman's DDT, devastating. And at that point you kind of thought Randy Orton may have this one in the bag. But again, it was only a 2. And this was the moment. Randy Orton looking to punt Seth Rollins. Rollins moving out the way. And then, here we go. Curb stomp. And that stomped out Randy Orton's chances of being victorious. 1, 2, 3. It was over. So there you have it. Seth Rollins back on track here in SNME as he beats Randy Orton. This has been SNME Inferno signing out.